Hello everyone, and welcome to The Moment with me, your friend Cyrus. I want to appreciate all of you who watch all our videos. Today I want to treat you to something very important I am calling Conquer It. I'm going to be a little vulnerable in our discussion today because I have been a victim of some of these things. Number one, I have been a victim of where some people have thought I cannot make it. It is something that I have had to fight and conquer in life. Now, it may sound simple because we are a product of the thoughts of other people. We are a product of what has happened in the past. So as you are making your progress in life and then somebody just comes up and say you're going nowhere, no one tells you anything positive to propel your energy to go forward. It is something that crushes you. It takes a lot of ingenuity, it takes a lot of courage for you to rise up against such opinions. Remember that so many people could have become better than they are today, but they were crushed by certain words that were spoken by careless individuals. I want you to overcome those words. I want you to conquer those words. Put them behind you. Put them in the trash can because that's where they belong. They don't belong in your heart. Do not internalize such things because it is such that is designed to crush you. Don't be crushed by the crushed. Don't be crushed by the careless. Don't be crushed by those who are not going nowhere. I want you to believe that you're going somewhere and you're going to make it. Because people have got issues, and when they talk to you, they talk from the abundance of their hearts. The other thing that you have to overcome is the fear of the future. I remember growing up, one of the greatest things that I was so much scared about was my future, how it was going to pan out, what I needed to do to make it better. So I was always having sleepless nights, just trying to figure out what I'm going to be, figuring out what I need to do to be that. And that took away my courage, took away my energy. I remember so many times I lived a life of emptiness. I lived a life without purpose. I always feared what was going to happen to me. But I want you to understand that you approach a day in its own moment. You may not have all the answers for tomorrow, and that is why you're living in today, because tomorrow is beyond you. You don't have to crash today because you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. You don't have to give up on life today because you don't seem to have what it takes. Actually, we develop our stamina as we progress. Take a step each day. If you have the ability to plan for days to come, please do so. But I'm very much aware that there are times when we lose courage to think about tomorrow, to plan about tomorrow. When you come to that moment, focus on today. Solve today's problems because today's problems are many and they need your courage. They need your energy. Solve your today's problems and then you have courage to solve tomorrow's problems. The other thing that I struggled with was the issue of shame. Now, when we talk about shame, we're talking about something that is very intense. You really need to have a lot of courage to deal with shame. Shame can come from past failures. It can come from past mistakes. And sometimes shame may originate from something that is true. Yes, you messed it up. Yes, you missed the way. Yes, you did something embarrassing. And how do you get up from there? I can go further probably and say you may have been raped in life before. I can go further and say probably you became pregnant when you were young, when you didn't even know the consequences of what you were doing. You may have lost your marriage. There are so many things that can cause shame to you. But I want you to understand that within you resides the power to conquer that. Conquer it. Conquer it. Because everything you experience and everything you go through has got an answer. There is an answer to everything that is crushing you today. And that answer is right on the inside of you. You don't have to look outside. Yes, there are moments when you can talk to somebody, but just know that the energy from outside is not adequate to carry you through. Because the same people who encourage you today may be the same people that are going to talk to you, to talk about you to other people. They are going to crush you. They are going to rise up against you. They'll use what you confided in them to crush you. So there comes a moment now when you have to rely on the inner strength. You've got the capacity, you've got the ability to deal with that shame. My Bible tells me that Jesus brought down the shame, and he despised the shame and looked forward to a future. The Bible says, looking to Jesus, the author and the finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross. There is joy ahead of you, which is what Jesus looked to when he was faced with nakedness, when he was faced with beatings, when he was faced with rejection. He did not consider those things, but he considered the joy, the benefits that were ahead of him, and overcame the current situation that he faced. What are you facing today? I want you to understand that you have the capacity and the ability to overcome that. You have the ability to conquer it. My brother, my sister, let's conquer this, because these are things that really drain us of the abilities and the energies and the resolve to move ahead in the future. Your future is bright. With God on your side, you will make it. Just make up your mind to conquer it, and for sure you will conquer it. And I'm glad I had this moment to talk to you. I'm your friend Cyrus. I look forward to being with you again next week at the same time. For now, it is bye-bye. Thank you.